There's a moment you realize just how upside down the UK has become, and scenes like this capture it perfectly. Across inner cities, whole communities are living in fear as masked youths roam the streets armed with knives, machetes, and whatever else they can get their hands on. These aren't isolated incidents, they're becoming a daily reality. Parents worry about their children walking home, shopkeepers fear being targeted, and residents feel abandoned as violence becomes more brazen and more chaotic. We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. And yet, instead of pouring resources into dealing with these dangerous gangs, the police seem increasingly focused on something else entirely, pursuing elderly people who can barely manage a slow walk down the street, simply because they've said something that falls on the wrong side of the official line. The contrast is so absurd it would be comical if it weren't so serious. We now live in a country where a frail pensioner voicing an opinion can find themselves facing more scrutiny than the youth terrorizing neighborhoods, where posting a comment online attracts more immediate attention than carrying a blade. And you can't help but wonder how things reached a point where the full weight of police power is pointed at the least threatening people in society, while genuinely dangerous criminals continue to act with impunity. It speaks to a deeper problem, one of priorities. Instead of focusing on restoring order, tackling violent crime, and protecting the public, law enforcement seems locked into policing speech, policing opinions, and policing anything that can generate an easy headline, rather than taking on the hard, risky work that communities desperately need. And yes, as ridiculous as it sounds, it really would have been worse if she had posted her thoughts on Facebook. Because in modern Britain, that's treated as a far greater threat than someone brandishing a weapon on the streets. This is the kind of environment that makes people feel like they're living in a country they no longer recognize, a place where everyday citizens are monitored more closely than actual criminals, and where keeping public order seems to come second to controlling public thought. When a nation starts behaving like this, comparisons to authoritarian states don't feel exaggerated. They feel uncomfortably close to the mark. Britain isn't North Korea, but moments like this certainly make it feel as though we're drifting in a direction no one ever voted for. Watch this.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Okay. Can we keep going, please? Yeah, there's someone behind you. You move to one side.
We enjoy the freedom in this country to peacefully protest against laws which are manifestly stupid.
And that's the real problem. Britain's priorities are completely out of sync with the reality. Violent gangs roam the streets with knives and machetes, making entire communities feel unsafe. Yet the people who end up facing the sharpest response from police are often the least dangerous individuals in the country. When a frail pensioner expressing an opinion attracts more attention than the criminals terrorizing neighborhoods, something has gone fundamentally wrong. This isn't just bad policing, it's a sign of a deeper drift toward controlling speech instead of controlling crime. People are losing trust because they can see the imbalance with their own eyes. They see who gets targeted, who gets ignored, and who pays the price for these skewed priorities. If Britain wants to rebuild public confidence, it has to start by flipping those priorities back the right way round. Deal with the violence, protect the public, and stop treating ordinary people as the enemy. Until then, the country will continue to feel like it's heading somewhere it was never meant to go. In other news, Zach Polanski has said it would be very tempting to challenge Sir Keir Starmer in his North London constituency. The Green Party leader, who won a landslide leadership election earlier this year, is a member of the London Assembly, but not an MP. Mr. Polanski was asked about a poll that suggested his party could take the Prime Minister's Holborn and St Pancras seats. At last year's general election, the Prime Minister retained his seat he has held since 2015, with pro-Gaza independent Andrew Feinstein coming second with 7,312 votes, slashing Sir Keir's majority by over 16,000 votes. When asked by the BBC if he was interested in directly challenging the Prime Minister, Mr. Polanski said, "It would be very tempting to take Keir Starmer down. But actually, what I'm doing right now is really focusing on, right across England and Wales, growing the Green Party. We've just hit 175,000 members. The party has seen a membership surge, with more than 100,000 people joining since Mr. Polanski took the reins at the beginning of September." Mr. Polanski continued, "I'm tempted to take on any Labour MP that's a disaster and ultimately replace them with a better MP who will stand for people and planet rather than vested interests." The Green Party secured a defection from Labour this week, with former Brighton Kemp Town MP Lloyd Russell Moyle joining Mr. Polanski's party. Mr. Russell Moyle, who did not stand in the 2024 election, said Labour has left behind millions of people who want to see change. He said, "My old party has left behind millions of people who want hope and want to see change in their lives, their communities, and the world around them. In the Greens, I see a party that is offering that. In the Greens, I see a party I have worked with for years, and I am making the jump to join them today. I urge others to do so too." Reacting to Mr. Russell Moyle's defection, a Labour source said, "Labour is working every day to change the lives of working people for the better, not endlessly shouting from the sidelines. We're making the fair choices needed to renew Britain." A recent YouGov survey put the Green Party on 17%, level with Kemi Badenoch's Conservatives, and just 2 points behind Labour. Mr. Polanski vowed to replace the Labour government when he became leader, with a self-described eco-populist. Said last month he was talking to Labour MPs about defections. This morning, Mr. Polanski said scrapping the 2-child benefit cap in the budget would be a victory, but urged the Chancellor to go further and tax the rich. Mr. Polanski told the BBC, "It's absolutely outrageous it has taken the Labour government so long to do it, but if they do it, that'll be a victory and I'll celebrate it." More widely though, we know that this Chancellor will keep talking about tough choices. But they always seem to be tough choices for people out of work, or working people who are working really hard while their wages aren't going up, but food prices are going up for disabled people. When are we going to see tough choices for multi-millionaires and billionaires? It's time to tax the rich. According to a YouGov poll published earlier this week, 20% of Britons now having a favourable opinion of Mr. Polanski, up 3 points since mid-October. This is matched by 22% of the public seeing Polanski unfavourably, giving him a near-even net score of -2. Meanwhile, 30% of Britons have a favourable opinion of Reform UK leader Nigel Farage, against just over double, 62%, seeing him unfavourably, giving Farage a net favourability rating of -32. Just 19% of Britons now have a favourable opinion of Sir Keir Starmer, the lowest during his time as Labour leader, while 73% see him unfavourably, the highest to date. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.